working to clear out my sewing room, and I've sorted through a lot of my material, putting them into piles and color groupings. I have 6x6" fleece squares, some strips of minky cotton fleece. I have these little squares that are 3x3, and you could sew them into a 9 block to make a 8x8 square for a quilt. So I have piles of cotton, just scraps of materials, some minky and flannels. So I'm working to create some scrappy blankets to give to make the crochet edge. I used a rotary cutter blade. It's called crochet edge, and I just replaced the current blade with the crochet edge. Here's 2 examples, just small fleece pieces I cut, and then I used that crochet edger to make my little holes, and checked to see how best to create the edging, watching a couple YouTube videos, but it makes a really nice edging and a little throw blanket. This is a small baby blanket. I have just a piece of flannel on the back, but it makes a nice colorful, lots of different feels with the minkies and the cottons and the flannels and the fleece and stuff. And it makes a nice material you have can easily be cut into little blocks that can then be sewn into bigger blocks. If you make tied fleece quilts, you always have extra corners and stuff, so I cut them down to about 6x6, and they make a nice ragged quilt option. And then this one, I just took all those little 6x6 fleece, and this is a theme of sports. So on the back you can see sort of different sports: basketball, soccer, football. And then on the front, I just sewed them all together and then used this snipping tool to just snip the little edges, so it makes kind of like a little raggedy, but came out to be a really pretty and fun blanket. 10 rows across and then 11 rows long, so that was a lot of fun and came out beautiful just from little scraps, 6x6 squares. This was my sea life quilt I made just from lots of different scraps of fabric that had the theme of fish and shells and little squares that I had colored with fabric markers and fleece, and just lots of fun designs on this quilt to make a nice scrappy looking quilt.